The 2022 Winter Olympic Games begin this week, with China serving as the host country. The decision to award the 2022 Winter Olympic Games to Beijing was made by the International Olympic Committee in 2015. At the time, the choice was described by the president of the IOC as being a safe choice. After all, other than Beijing, there was only one other bid from Kazakhstan. 7 years later, that choice is now being condemned. The United States announced it would impose a diplomatic boycott of the Winter Games, meaning that while American Olympiads or athletes could compete, the United States would not send any formal governmental delegation or representatives to China for the Games. The United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia have announced similar measures. But how are the country hosts of the Olympic Games decided anyway? Hey everyone, I'm Noah Zerbe. I'm a professor of global politics at Cal Poly Humboldt. In this video series, I try to explain the concepts and theories behind current events, all in 2 minutes or less. At one point in time, countries competed with increasingly lavish bids for the honor of hosting the Olympic Games. Based on the promise of massive international exposure and expansive tourism revenue, cities around the world produced huge stadium construction projects, Olympic villages to house athletes, infrastructure projects to move competitors and spectators around, all to win their bids to host the game. The costs were massive, construction overruns were common, and particularly in the post-2001 environment, security and operational costs ballooned. Indeed, between 1996 and 2020, the cost of hosting the Olympic Games increased sharply. In 1996, Atlanta spent about $4.2 billion preparing to host the Summer Olympics. Sochi spent a record $59.7 billion for the 2014 Winter Games. The most expensive Summer Games were the 2008 Beijing Olympics, and all of these efforts have lost money. The massive costs associated with hosting the Games has led to a decline in the number of bids received. The current 2022 Winter Games originally had a number of European cities in the running, but all withdrew their bids from consideration amid rising popular pressure against the cost of hosting. Most of the facilities constructed for the Olympic Games sit unused once the Games are completed. Montreal's debt from hosting the 1976 Games was not paid off until 2006, and Greece's hosting of the 2004 Games is widely viewed as being one of the factors contributing to the country's bankruptcy. Most economic analyses conclude that the total net costs of hosting the Olympics are negative, and that the 1980 Los Angeles Olympic Games were the only games in the modern Olympiad to actually run a profit. Many critics of the cost of hosting the Olympics have proposed specific reforms. Some have advocated for making greater use of existing sporting facilities. Others have suggested establishing permanent hosts for particular events, spreading the cost around, and permitting the reuse of existing venues. Still others have pointed to the need to address problems of corruption and bribery, and the need for broader reforms of the Olympic movement itself. But even amid all of this, the spectacle of the Games can't be denied, and over the next couple of weeks we're going to be exposed to a dramatic variety of sporting events and competitions executed at the highest level of human performance. That's it for now. If you found this helpful, click the thumbs up button and subscribe to catch future explainers when they're released. Please leave any questions you have about this video or suggestions you have for future videos in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.